tent maker. You know, he made tents and
Sure.
told the people in Corinth to head off.
And then, did you grow up here?
No, my wife did.
Really? What was her name?
Lorena.
How'd you guys meet?
Met her. I tell you where we met. It was on the back end of a school bus. And we had gone, this is in 1960, and we had gone to Athens, Ohio, two school bus loads of students from the Student Christian Movement went to hear Dr. Martin Luther King in Ohio. And so I had dated his roommate, and I lived with some other grad students out in the country, and we had this deal. There's 5 of us, and we took turns cooking the meals, and every once in a while we'd have a time when everybody had a date. Everybody had a date. So I had called Lorena's roommate and for one time, and she said, "No, I'm sorry, I can't do that." But we talked and had a nice time remembering when we'd known each other about 2 years before. See, I'm really fast operator. Anyway, okay, so I got somebody else that time, and then we had to do this again, and I called her again. She said, "Now listen, Ross, I got to tell you, I've been engaged to Raleigh. Raleigh Hauser's this boy that she was going with. I've been engaged to Raleigh for 2 years." And I said, "Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know Raleigh's a fine guy." And so, but she said, "I've got this roommate." And so I said, "Okay, what's her name?" And she said, "Her name is Lorena Duncan." I said, "I've never heard of that one before." But I said, "Okay, that's good. I'm going to take your information." And I was state we had a great big thick annual, and we called it the Herd Book. And so I said, I'll go look her up. And sure enough, she was a pretty active person, and her name was in there several places. And I looked at Bethany Fellowship, Disciples Youth Group, and here she was, standing at one end of the bunch, because she was a junior that year. No, it would have been, gosh, I don't know. Anyway, she was there. And man, I said, "Listen, she had a short sleeve shirt on and great big, looked like biceps there that were really pretty impressive." I said, "Man, this is a real Amazon. Whoa." And so then I kind of got to look at her. I could see from the things that she'd been involved with, I could say, "Gosh, this person is a lot like me." And so I called Betty back, and I said, "Tell me a little bit more about Lorena." And she did. And turned out the summer before, both of them had gone to Europe. They took a freighter across the ocean to get across the ocean there. And Lorena had been in a work camp, a Christian work camp up in Denmark. And she had, one of the things they'd been doing was digging sewage ditches for this retreat center in way out in the middle of the moors, and beautiful, but really just way out. It was a retreat center. And so she told me about that. I said, "I can see the results of that. She's fairly substantial physical condition, I'd look like." And she laughed, and she said, "Well, that'd be Lorena." Okay, so you'll see all these pictures around here that are her. And here's, I'll show you this. This is one of the most recent ones. I got her up here by Lady Chase here, but anyway, there she is. And isn't that nice? That counter was put in here in the 50s. That's a really top of the line sort of counter.
So what used to be in this building?
Well, it was called a sundries drugstore. They sold agricultural stuff. But then medicine mainly as a real simple drugstore. Then they also had a soda fountain too, like the library.
Yearbooks.